6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dilini Gunawardena, assisted by Sanjaya, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The President congratulates Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina on re-election. A special Aswasima unit will be established in each divisional secretariat. Discussions on the potential energy sector investment and partnerships are underway between Sri Lanka and France. The Election Commission announces that the process of registering voters for 2024 is currently underway. Resolutions to decrease the electricity tariff will be tabled at the House within this week. Foreign news: PM Sheikh Hasina wins fourth term in controversial vote. And in sports, all set to launch the 11th edition of Commanders Cup Golf Tournament 2024. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe extended warm congratulations and best wishes to Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on her party's victory in the parliamentary elections and her re-election to the office of Prime Minister. Recognizing her visionary leadership, he expressed confidence in her wisdom and experience benefiting the people of Bangladesh. A special Aswasuma unit will be established in each divisional secretariat and an officer will be appointed to look into the matters pertaining to the program. The government has decided to call applications afresh for the Aswasuma Welfare Benefit Scheme. Consideration of appeals regarding the Aswasuma Program 2023 will be completed by the end of this month. This decision was taken at a discussion chaired by Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena held at the Temple Trees today. The discussion focused on the continuation of the Aswasuma program. The Prime Minister pointed out that the public would be allowed to submit appeals in this regard. He further mentioned that the program is being smoothly carried out at present. A special discussion took place today at the Ministry of Power and Energy between Minister Kanchana Wijesekara and the Ambassador for France in Sri Lanka. It focused on the potential energy sector investments and partnerships. The diplomats shared the government's policy on renewable energy, nuclear energy integration plans, smart grid development and energy efficiency plans. A proposal by Electricité de France on nuclear energy and possible partnerships in the future was also taken into consideration. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank Excelsior. Live the life you want.
The Election Commission announces that the process of registering voters for 2024 is currently underway. Instructions have been issued to relevant Gramaniladhari officials. The Commission said they had initially planned to start the registration process on the 1st of February, but later decided to expedite the process. The counting forms could be submitted to the electoral officers from the 15th of February to the 22nd of March. The prepared electoral rolls will be displayed from the 2nd of May to the 6th of May. Objections in this regard will be entertained from the 2nd of May to the 28th of June. The Commissioner General of Elections, Saman Sri Ratnayaka, said that once the registration process is complete, the lists of voters would be made available to the public. The Sectoral Oversight Committee on Power and Transportation announces that the resolution to decrease the electricity tariff have already been prepared. The chairman of the committee, MP Nalaka Bandara, said that they will be tabled at the House within this week. The electricity tariff, which was increased by 18% in October, has been proposed to be reduced by the same amount. Further, it has been noted that the heavy showers have caused high profits to the CEB. Therefore, the committee suggests that the consumers should be given the opportunity to benefit from this. Further, solar power generated will also be included in the national grid soon. Another suggestion is to exclude the import of solar panels from the VAT. Meanwhile, it is also intended to hold discussions with all parties concerned on the new Electricity Act. And that ends local news for now.
People's Bank Excelsior, a comprehensive banking services package with a branded checkbook as well as debit and credit card exclusively for you. People's Bank Excelsior, for professionals who dare to dream.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
Minister Dr. Bandula Gunardhana and High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka Santosh Shah ceremonially launched track rehabilitation work at the Galgamur railway station, commencing the upgradation of the railway line, including ancillary works from Maho to Anuradhapura on Sunday. The upgradation from Maho to Anuradhapura on the main line is the second phase of the line of credit project for track rehabilitation from Maho to Omante, which is undertaken by the Indian Public Sector Company under an Indian line of credit of $318 million. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
According to the predictions made by the local Met Department as well as the international Met Departments, that the current El Nino climate situation may further develop in the upcoming yellow season of this year, and there's a possibility that other crops as well as coconut cultivation in Sri Lanka will be severely affected. Taking this matter into consideration, Minister Mahinda Amaraveera instructed the officials of the Ministry of Agriculture and Plantation Industry recently to implement a joint program in order to protect the coconut cultivation in Sri Lanka. And that came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
Headlines first. PM Sheikh Hasina wins fourth term in controversial vote. America launches moon mission Peregrine. And Oppenheimer sweeps off Golden Globe 2024. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has secured her fourth straight term in a controversial election. She will serve another 5 years in office after her party, the Army League, and its allies won 223 of 300 parliamentary seats contested. With the main opposition Bangladesh National Party boycotting the poll, Hasina's party and allies are expected to win the remaining seats as well. The BNP alleged the poll was a sham. Sunday's results comes after mass arrests of BNP leaders and supporters. The maiden flight of the Vulcan rocket has launched moon mission called Peregrine, which is expected to land on 23rd of February. The rocket lifted off the Cape Canaveral in Florida. If the moon lander spacecraft touches down safely, it will be the first American craft to make a soft landing on the lunar surface since the Apollo era. The Vulcan rocket, operated by the United Launch Alliance company, is a primary competitor for Elon Musk's SpaceX company. Oppenheimer was a big winner at the Golden Globe Awards, taking home 5 awards, including the top prize. Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. were both recognized for their acting performances, while Christopher Nolan won Best Director. Oppenheimer star Murphy said tribute to Nolan's rigor, focus on dedication in making the film, which grossed $954 million at the box office and won Best Drama Film at the ceremony. Back to the headlines of the world news. PM Sheikh Hasina wins fourth term in controversial vote. America launches moon mission Peregrine. And Oppenheimer sweeps off Golden Globe 2024. And that ends world news.
Development news.
The Japan-Sri Lanka Economic Cooperation Policy Dialogue 2024 was held recently at the Ministry of Finance in Colombo. The forum was held in order to exchange views on matters pertaining to the Japanese-funded project portfolio, exploring future developments and prospective economic cooperation between Japan and Sri Lanka going forward. The two sides also exchanged views on Japan's future economic cooperation with Sri Lanka, including the existing yen loan project, to stabilize and reinforce Sri Lanka's economy as well as overcome its socio-economic challenges. And that was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
The Commanders Cup Golf Tournament 2024, the premier event in the golfing calendar, will be held at the Air Force Eagles Golf Links and Courses, which will be hosted by the Sri Lanka Air Force. The event will take place at the spectacular Eagles Golf Links in China Bay, Trincomalee, from the 19th to the 21st of January 2024. This will be the 11th iteration of the tournament, which has commenced since 2013, and this event is being held under guidance of the Commander of Sri Lanka Air Force, Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksha. Over 100 male and female golfers from cross-country and around the world have actively signed up for the tournament. And that was sports news.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
TJ Lanka PLC took the Silver Award in the extra-large category of the textiles and garments sector at the Annual Export Awards 2023 presented by the National Chamber of Exporters. The NCE Export Award followed similar accolades for export excellence, including a Best Exporter Award and a Certificate of Merit at the 2023 Presidential Export Awards presented by the Export Development Board, and a Merit Award at the CNCI Achiever Awards for Industrial Excellence presented by the National Chamber of Industries. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. The National Chamber of Commerce of Sri Lanka, in collaboration with the Department of Inland Revenue Sri Lanka, will be conducting a seminar on value-added tax and recent amendments on Wednesday, January 17th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the National Chamber Auditorium, number 450, Dr. Vijayawardena Mawatha, Colombo 10. This seminar would be beneficial for the business community to elevate their knowledge and depth understanding with the recent VAT amendments in Sri Lanka and gain a distinctive edge in managing VAT complexities. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Showers will occur at times in the eastern, northern and Uva provinces. Several spells of showers will occur in the north-central province. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in other areas of the island after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the Ampara, Batiklo and Badula districts, and heavy showers about 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the western and Sabragamuwa province and in the Galle and Mathura districts. That was the weather report, and prior to concluding, the headlines again. The President congratulates Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina on re-election. A special Aswasuma unit will be established in each divisional secretariat. Discussion on the potential energy sector investments and partnerships are underway between Sri Lanka and France. The Election Commission announces that the process of registering voters for 2024 is currently underway. Resolutions to decrease the electricity tariff will be tabled at the House within this week. Foreign news: PM Sheikh Hasina wins fourth term in controversial vote. And in sports, all set to launch the 11th edition of Commanders Cup Golf Tournament 2024. Well, with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and handing over the microphone back to Mariela Vandot on the other side to keep you entertained this Monday evening. Over to you, Mariela.
Thank you, Geethanjali. That was Geethanjali Ramanayaka bringing you the main news broadcast right here from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Wishing you nothing but the best and have a safe journey back home. The time was on to 29 minutes past 6. This is Radio Sri Lanka.